Welcome into American Legion Post 325 Field at Dan Daniel Memorial Park. From Danville, Virginia, Adam Hipsky here on the call for this Friday night clash between, of course, the Burlington Sock Puppets and the Danville Otterbots. Sock Puppets set to come to the plate first. We'll get you that lineup momentarily. Burlington enters as a 5-2 record and atop the Eastern Division. They're tied with Pulaski there. Danville enters at 1-6 and just finished a 2-game set with the River Turtles. They lost both matchups and both via the tiebreaker. Matt Spada draws the start for the Otterbots, the 6'1", 200-pound junior from Boston College. Appeared in 5 games with the Eagles this spring, had an 8.31 ERA. One decision, it was a win in 4 1/3 innings of work, allowed an opposing batting average of 250, and had 3 strikeouts in that sample. All right, it's Chance Jennings, Dom Krupinski, and Orlando Fernandez to swing it at the top of the lineup for Burlington, and you can't blame manager Anthony Essien for slotting them at the top of this lineup today. Chance Jennings 4 for 5 yesterday, and Orlando Fernandez 4 for 4. Those two guys are both tied for second in the Appy League in hits. Righty-lefty righty to get things going here in Danville, Virginia. We'll set the field defensively, and this is an Otterbots team that has struggled defensively. They have an 8.83 earned run average. That's good for 10th in the league. On the other side, it's a Burlington offense that has certainly heated up as of late. They lead the Appy League in batting average, hitting .279, ranked second in on-base percentage. They reach at a .413 clip. Second in slugging percentage, they barrel it at a .393, and they're second in the Appy League in runs scored, averaging just under 8 runs a game. We're just about set to go here in the beautiful Danville, Virginia. Jennings slides into the right-handed batter's box, and home plate umpire Zach Bloom pops his mask on. He's assisted on the bases by Marcus Decio. Zach Bloom gives the play ball to Matt Spada, and we are set to roll here. And the first pitch is a called strike on the outer edge, and a 7 o'clock first pitch. We are underway. The count 0-1 to Jennings. Hitting .357 so far. Playing left field defensively for the first time this season. Has been an everyday center fielder as the 0-1 comes in and a slider misses down and in. A ball and a strike to Jennings, who has a .471 on-base percentage. Has been an everyday leadoff guy for the Sock Puppets. The 1-1 cut on and missed. Jennings behind the count 1-2. Trying to stay alive here and get things going here in the top of the first. No score, Burlington and Danville. Out of the windup. Breaking ball misses downstairs. Count levels 2-2. Dom Krupinski is on deck. He'll play center field today, relieving Jennings of that spot where he's been every game. The 2-2 hit on the ground left side. Charging against the shortstop Mason Pangborn, and it's in and out of his glove. Jennings takes a turn for second, but thinks better of it. He turns back to first. He's greeted with a fist bump from first base coach Torrey Pettiford, and the leadoff man is aboard, courtesy of an error by Mason Pangborn. In steps the lefty swinging center fielder Dom Krupinski. He was 0 for 2 but walked a couple of times, and with that, we'll set the field defensively for you. On the mound, the lefty Matt Spada. He will deal to Antonio Cordero, catching balls and strikes left to right in the infield. At the hot corner over on the left side, it's Alex Sifford. At shortstop, Mason Pangborn, who just had that error to the leadoff man Jennings. The second baseman, Jackson Goldberg, and at first base, it's Garrett Schultz. Left on left the matchup. Spada set to deal out of the stretch. Jennings a modest lead. Pitch comes in. It's a breaking ball that misses beneath the bottom rail, and the count's 1-0. Krupinski making just his 5th start with the Sock Puppets, hitting .429 so far. Hit second yesterday, hitting second today. The 1-0 misses down. He takes, and the count's 2-0. Jennings 4 for 4 on stolen base attempts this season. He takes a lead off, and Spada wants to check on him. He throws over, and Scholl just tosses it right back. Jennings in safely, head first dive. 2 balls, no strikes. Runner on first, that's Jennings. He reached on an error from the shortstop, Pangborn. The 2-0 offering. This is high. 3 balls, no strikes. Left to right in the outfield for Danville, it's Alex Conover, and left field roaming center is Christian Hamilton, and in right, Khalil Pratt. A 3-0 spot here for Krupinski. Jennings takes the lead off the bag, and the pitch misses outside. A 4-pitch walk, and the first 2 are on for the Sock Puppets in the top of the first. Still no score. But in steps Orlando Fernandez, who is tied for second in the Appy League with 10 hits, and a big reason for that was the display he put on in that right-handed batter's box yesterday. 4 for 4, an RBI, and a solo home run. With 2 on and nobody out, Spotted checks on Jennings at second, now deals home. It's a called strike. At the knees, count 0-1. Fernandez, the third baseman, hitting .455 so far this summer, has rotated around the infield. He'll play third today. Jennings not being held on, nor is Krupinski, and pitch comes in and misses down and away. Ball and a strike. Burlington trying to keep its winning streak alive. They've won the last 3 as the 1-1 is hit on the ground. A couple of hops to the third baseman Sifford. He touches third, goes across the diamond to first. It's not in time. So the lead runner is cut down. Krupinski over to second, and Fernandez to first on a fielder's choice. It doesn't get any easier for Danville now. In steps Zach Jackson, the left-handed right fielder who is making just his 3rd start with Burlington, but last night he made an impact in a loud way. 2 home runs, and now he's tied for first in the Appy League. No player has 3. Jackson trying to become the first here. Out of the windup, the pitch, wave and a miss. 0-1 to Jackson. He was 3 for 3 with 3 RBIs yesterday. Had some discipline at the plate as well. Drew a walk. He's got a runner in scoring position. A 1, swing and a miss. Jackson behind 0-2. Spada attacking the right fielder from Duke early and often in this at-bat. Set just above the belt. Spada checks on Krupinski at second. Now goes home. It's a breaking ball and a called strike 3 at the knees. Jackson doesn't like it, but after the first 2 reached base, it's back-to-back retirees for Burlington, and now 2 on, 2 outs, but Spada a nice bounce back after the opening 2 at-bats. In steps Avery Smith, the right-handed catcher, heading to Penn State in the fall. The first pitch, breaking ball cut on and missed. Spada in his second appearance this summer for Danville. 3 innings, 1 hit, no runs, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts in that outing. Here's the pitch. This is down in the dirt. Counts 1-1 to Avery Smith, who was 0 for 3, but picked up a couple of RBIs yesterday, hitting 143 this summer, but commands the zone at an exceptional rate, a .429 on-base percentage. Here's the 1-1. This is up and away. Smith now ahead in the count, 2-1. Kropinski is on second. He walked. Fernandez off the bag at first, not being held on. He reached on a fielder's choice. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. Smith chased outside, and the count's now even at 2-2. DJ Merriweather on deck. The DH hitting .438 so far this summer. First and second with 2 outs. The pitch. Smith pops it up left side of the infield. The shortstop Pangborn's got a read on it, drifting back into the outfield. He makes the grab above his head. So after a couple of base runners, Matt Spada works around seamlessly. No hits, no runs, 1 error in the field, and 2 runners left on base for the Sock Puppets. To the bottom of the first we go. Connor Osher takes the mound for the 3rd time this season. He'll deal to the top of the order. Christian Hamilton, Mason Pangborn, and Alex Conover on the other side.
All right, everybody, let's see who really got that 90s outfit on. I'm not really seeing too much. I hope it's not just me. I see some people pointing on. Let's see what you got. Okay, I think we found somebody, y'all. Okay, what's your name?
Kingston.
Explain your fit to us.
Green Day was around in the 90s. They wore chains and they like run backwards at, so.
Okay, you fit. We'll take it. Does anybody else have any 90s fits on? I see some more people wondering, let's go next. Don't get money shot out. Come on now. Explain y'all fits there. Hey, something good to be talking about. Back to you, Jay.
We're back for the bottom of the first between the Sock Puppets and the Otterbots. Still no score between the two sides, and top of the order set to come to the plate for Danville. It starts with the switch-hitting center fielder, Christian Hamilton, a 6'2 freshman from Georgetown, taking hacks from the left side to open things up because it's the righty Connor Osher on the mound, 6'5", 230-pound freshman from Houston. 4-pitch mix out of the windup. He deals a first pitch fastball and it misses down and in for ball 1. A couple of fastballs off the right hand of Osher, 4-seam, 2-seam, as well as a curveball and changeup. The 1-0 is foul tipped in and out of the glove of Avery Smith, who will catch the balls and strikes. We'll set the field defensively as this inning progresses, but introduce Connor Osher. Last time out, went 2 innings, gave up 1 hit, 1 run, and punched out 2. That was back on June 10th against the Doughboys. Out of the windup, the pitch is cut on and missed. Osher works ahead. Leadoff man, Christian Hamilton. 1-2 with the bases clear. Swing and a miss, and a nice start there for Connor Osher. And that is his 3rd strikeout of the season. Osher did not have the outing that he would have liked to start 2025, but bounced back well his last time out, looking to build on that momentum here today, and he did just that to the leadoff man, Hamilton. Now the lefty swinging shortstop, Mason Pangborn. The first pitch is a called strike. Locates that outside corner. 0-1 the count. The pitch is tapped foul into the screen, and Osher pounding the zone early. 6 pitches, 5 have been strikes. He's ahead, 0-2. Osher working quickly, towing the left side of the rubber, out of the windup, and Pangborn stays alive, taps it foul, out of play. Count remains 0-2. Pangborn hitting 148 this season. Plenty of lefties down this order for the Otterbots. First 5 that Osher will see will all swing it from the left side. The 0-2, swing and a miss. Can't ask for much of a better start if you're Connor Osher. 2 up, 2 down, both via the punch out. And now the left fielder, Alex Conover. Avery Smith will do the catching for Burlington. Left to right in the infield, it's Orlando Fernandez at third base, Jeter Poyeto at shortstop. Dusty Vela, the second baseman, had the day off yesterday. He's back. And Brian Carruthers plays first for the first time this season. First pitch to Alex Conover is outside, ball 1. Chance Jennings playing left field for the first time this season. Dom Krapinski in center for the first time this season. Those two kind of switching roles here tonight as the 1-0 misses up and in. 2 balls, no strikes. And Zach Jackson making his third appearance with the Sock Puppets. He is in right field. That's the starting 9 defensively for Burlington. Bottom of the first, no score. 2 outs, the base is clear. Osher kicks and fires. Lifted deep center field. Krapinski back on it. It's over his head, and it one-hops the wall. He bare hands and fires in, and with 2 outs, Alex Conover has a 2-out double to keep the frame alive for the Otterbots. The Danville offense that ranks near the bottom of the league in most all statistical categories. 10th in the league in batting average, hitting it at a .207 rate. 7th in on-base percentage, .383 there, and 10th in the Appy League in slugging percentage. They barrel it at .284. They're 8th in the league in runs per game. They tally just over 5 per matchup. In steps the switch-hitting first baseman Garrett Scholl. He digs in from the left side, facing the righty Osher. First pitch. He goes change up, and it misses upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. Scholl really commands the strike zone. 2nd in the Appy League in walks. The 6'1 freshman from Oklahoma State. He swings at the 1-0 and drives it into right field. Jackson plays it on a hop, and he'll put the stop sign on at third. So Conover is content, and there are runners on the corners after back-to-back hits for the Otterbots. So it was a good start for Connor Osher, but now he's got some traffic that he'll try and work around. And the 6'5", 205-pound left-handed hitter from the University of Kentucky, Khalil Pratt, steps in. Hitting .250 with a .571 on-base percentage, holding the bat high over his left shoulder. First pitch. He swings and grounds it foul, right side, to the right of that first base coach's box. It's Tommy Williams coaching first today for Danville. Oh, and 1 the count. Osher set below the belt, out of the stretch. He deals and misses down and away. A ball and a strike to Pratt. Originally from Evans, Georgia. Staying in the South, playing his college ball with the Wildcats. Just finished his first season with Kentucky. Wildcats team that made the tournament last year. Runners on the move, but the pitch is dribbled foul, and the count still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Scholl was wheeling for second, trying to put a pair in scoring position and put the pressure here on this Burlington defense. Runners on the corners, 2 away, the 1-2 from Osher. And the pitch outside, the throw down to second, and it's in time. Avery Smith cut down 2 runners a few nights ago when he picks up right where he left off. The rising freshman heading to Penn State, but you can't tell that he just finished high school with how well he plays that backstop position. All right, 2 hits, no runs, no errors in the field for Burlington, and 1 runner left on base for Danville. We're through 1 here at Dan Daniel Memorial Park. It's the 6, 7, 8 hitters due up on the other side for Burlington.
Give it up for our Dairy Lions, Dairy Princess this evening. Our box fans.
In this context, there's no disrespect, so when I cross my line, you bring the facts. We got 5 minutes for us to disconnect from all in the curse.
It's 6, 7, 8 to swing it for Burlington in a 0-0 ball game. Back out for his second inning of work. It's Matt Spada who drew the start and worked around a couple of base runners in the top of the first. But now he's set to wind and fire to the lefty swinging designated hitter, DJ Merriweather, who had the day off yesterday. Close stance, first pitch, swing and a miss. Merriweather behind on the fastball, and the count's 0-1. Merriweather hitting .438 this summer for Burlington. He's primarily been a guy that's hitting the top of this lineup. 0-1 misses in the dirt, spikes off the chest of Cordero. Base is clear, no threat. So he gets a new ball from home plate umpire Zach Bloom, and the count's 1-1. Brian Carruthers on deck, 1-1. This is down and away. Another one that bounces off the chest of Cordero. Now the count 2-1. Dusty Vela, the lefty swinging second baseman, is in the hole. Also did not play yesterday. All 3 guys due up had the day off yesterday. The 2-1. This is in at the belt. Count moves to 3-1 to DJ Merriweather. With nobody out and the base is clear here in the top of the second. No score between Burlington and Danville. Pitch is popped up left side, hooking foul. It's in the trees. So count runs full to Merriweather here, leading off the top of the second inning. Defense playing the lefty straight up. Set above the belt, he kicks and fires. And misses up and away, so a leadoff free pass here for Burlington. Merriweather trots down the first base line and intercepts Brian Carruthers, who was battling a right hand injury, but back in the lineup. Hitting .167, complemented by a .375 on-base percentage. The 6'4", 215-pound freshman from St. Bonaventure. College teammates with Antonio Cordero behind the plate. Carruthers swings at the first pitch and grounds it foul. A step and a half to the left of that third base bag. And through one pitch, counts 0-1. Spada's second walk of the day is Merriweather, who's off the bag at first, being held on by Scholl. Carruthers rocking the bat over the right shoulder. The 0-1 is foul. Little dribbler that Carruthers hardly got a piece of, but he's behind 0-2. Spada very solid when he's ahead in the count. Here's the 0-2. Called strike 3. Found the bottom rail. Carruthers didn't like it, but a backwards K. And that's the second of that looking variety for Spada. And with one out and a runner on first, in steps the number 8 hitting second baseman, Dusty Vela. Merriweather continuing to be tested by Scholl, the first baseman. First pitch to Vela, check swing. He puts it in play. It's to the pitcher, Spada, who turns and fires down the first base line. It's in time to retire Vela. Got him by a step and a half. Merriweather moves into scoring position with 2 outs. In steps Jeter Poyeto. Poyeto hitting just 158 so far this summer. He was 0 for 3 with 2 walks yesterday, but when he reaches, he can wreak havoc on the base paths. 5 for 6 on swipe bag attempts. First pitch to the righty Poyeto after a long check on second. He goes home. Check swing. Did he go around? No, he didn't. The count 1-0 to Poyeto, the shortstop from Bethune-Cookman. The leadoff man, Chance Jennings, on deck. Sock Puppets trying to win their 4th in a row. Danville trying to bounce back from being swept by the River Turtles the last 2 nights, as the 1-0 is dribbled foul. Count now 1-1 to Poyeto. 2 outs, runner on second. Burlington had a runner on second in the top of the first inning, but Kropinski was stranded. 1-1 the count. Left on right the matchup. And Poyeto lines it into center field, down for a base hit. Merriweather the wave around third. He's in without a throw. Poyeto takes off for second, and he's in safely with a head first slide. Heads up base running by the shortstop, and Burlington strikes first in Danville. It's 1-0 in the top of the second.
Now batting left fielder,
Poyeto turned first and caught the center fielder Christian Hamilton napping. And a lackadaisical throw into the infield gives Burlington another runner in scoring position. Poyeto replaces Merriweather off that second base bag. Back to Chance Jennings, who reached on an error to kick things off in the top of the first, and the first pitch to him is outside at the knees. One and 0 the count. Lefty Spada out of the stretch. His 25th pitch is a called strike. Breaking ball paints that outer edge. And the count 1-1. Jennings was 4 for 5 with an RBI yesterday. Jennings, Fernandez, and Jackson did the heavy lifting for this Burlington offense, as the 1-1 is hooked foul. Jennings behind 1-2 now. Spada 2 strikeouts so far today. Here's the 1-2. Poyeto on the move. The throw down to third is not in time. The tag was applied late by Alex Sifford, and a nifty slide from Poyeto moves him just 90 feet away with 2 outs. Counts even at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but a chance for Spada to strand that runner on third. Burlington with a 1-0 lead. The pitch, swing and a miss. Jennings chased that one outside the zone, and he goes down swinging. So 1 hit, 1 run, no errors in the field for Danville, and 1 runner left on. That was Poyeto on third. We're through 1.5 here in Danville. It's the Sock Puppets with a 1-0 advantage. On the other side, it's Pratt, Cordero, and Sifford due up for the Otterbots.
Grab a glass and get ready to elevate your game. For more information, go to theirline.com. Leading off, bottom of the second inning for your Danville Otterbots, right fielder.
Welcome back to Dan Daniel Memorial Park. Bottom of the second, Burlington with a 1-0 lead. Connor Osher returns to the mound for his second inning of work, drawing his first start of the summer for the Sock Puppets. He'll deal to Khalil Pratt for the second time after Pratt's at-bat was interrupted to end the bottom of the first. First pitch. Breaking ball misses inside. Garrett Scholl was cut down trying to swipe second. Avery Smith across the infield to Dusty Vella, and Pratt's back into the batter's box. Here's the 1-0. Hit on the ground, left side. Puedo, the shortstop, fields, transfers to first. It's in time to retire the leadoff man, Pratt.
Now batting catcher, Antonio.
So after 5 consecutive left-handed hitters for Danville, it's finally time for a righty, Antonio Cordero. The 6-foot catcher from St. Bonaventure takes a couple of practice swings outside of that right-handed hitter's batter's box. Osher at the belt, out of the windup. This is with a breaking ball. It dives away from Smith and rolls to the backstop. Counts 1-0. Osher has done a nice job mixing up these pitches. The 1-0 is fouled away. Slow roller. A few feet away from that Sock Puppets dugout. They're in that third base dugout tonight. Same one that they take when they're back at home in Burlington. 1-1 the count with 1 out. The base is clear. The pitch. Changeup misses downstairs. 2-1. Cordero hitting .231 this season, but has 6 walks, so commands the plate pretty well. .474 on-base percentage. The 2-1 is hit on a rope, left field. It is over the wall. Jennings looked up, and Cordero sends one over the left field wall. It's a tall one out there in left, 330 feet, and Cordero got all of the hanging breaking ball, and we are tied 1-1 in the bottom of the second. So the first righty for this Danville lineup. It goes to in favor of the Otterbots. In steps Alex Sifford, the third baseman from the right side. First pitch, curveball misses outside. 1-0 the count. Sifford was 1 for 4 with a couple of RBIs yesterday. 6'2 freshman from Georgia, hitting 176 this summer. Out of the windup. Pitch misses down and away. Back-to-back bowls. Counts 2-0. Sifford from Nashville, Tennessee. The 2-0 is lifted deep right field. Jackson's back in front of the track, drifting towards the foul line. He makes the grab. And there are now 2 outs in the bottom of the second, tied at 1.
Second baseman, Jackson Goldberg.
In steps Jackson Goldberg, who's hitting 8th tonight, the switch hitting second baseman. He digs in the right side, which is a little bit of a surprise. Usually you see switch hitters choosing to take hacks from the left side against right-handed pitchers. But right on right the matchup here with 2 away and the base is clear. First pitch, 2-seam fastball called strike at the knees. Xander Zumwalt is on deck. The 0-1. Osher shakes off a couple of signs, then comes set, winds, fires. Breaking ball misses inside. A ball and a strike here to Goldberg, hitting 167. The sophomore from Creighton, playing second base defensively for the Otterbots tonight. Another breaking ball on the 1-1, misses in at the letters. Osher has a heavy dosage of the curveball so far today. Right now the count 2-1. Two outs, the pitch. Fastball misses down and away. Count now 3-1. Defense playing him straight up here. Here's the 3-1. Called strike at the knees. Goldberg started to take off down that first baseline. He thought it was ball 4, but instead the counts reached the maximum here in the bottom of the second. Full count to Goldberg from Overland Park, Kansas. The payoff pitch out of the windup. Called strike 3. That's another one that Jackson Goldberg thought was ball 4, but instead he goes down looking, and Connor Osher has his third punch out of the night. So a 1-out solo shot off the bat of Antonio Cordero squares things at 1. We're through 2 here in Danville. To the top of the third we go. 2-3-4. Krupinski, Fernandez, and Jackson due up for the Sock Puppets.
All right, everybody, we have a little game here. We have Guess That Song. I am here with my parents, David and Vanessa. There is no way y'all can get free songs. Jackson, roll the first one.
Candy Rain.
Jackson, is that right? First one's up. All right, Jackson, roll the next one. I know you know this.
Operate.
Jackson, is that right? That's 2 for 2. All right, Jackson, last one. Jackson, is that right? 3 for 3. See what prizes y'all get. One bobblehead. Okay, what's the next one? Oh, and what's the last one? And a
Part of the order due up for Burlington here in the top of the third, trying to regain the advantage. It's the lefty swinging center fielder Dom Krapinski to open the top of the third. Behind him is Orlando Fernandez and Zach Jackson. Krapinski walked and was stranded on second, his first time up. Matt Spada returns to the hill. Out of the windup, first pitch. Misses down and away. Ball one. Base is clear here on this beautiful night in Danville. 80 degrees, cloudy skies. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. Spada got Puedo to chase. Down and away, and the count now 1-1. One and one the count. Spada kicks and deals. Called strike at the knees. Well located on that outer edge. Now the count 1-2. Left on left the matchup. Spada winds, fires, and it's fouled back to the screen. Count remains 1-2. Krapinski was 0 for 2 with a couple of walks yesterday. Still in his first week with Burlington, but he has made an impact so far. The 1-2, swing and a miss. Leadoff man retired in the top of the third. It's a strikeout, Spada's fourth of the evening. Here comes Orlando Fernandez. 0 for 1, reached on a fielder's choice in the first inning. The southpaw Spada staring into the sun. Fires a first pitch fastball that's popped up out of play. 0-1 the count to Orlando Fernandez. 4 for 4 yesterday. Launched his first home run of the season. Cycles the bat over his right shoulder. The 0-1 misses below the bottom rail. Ball and a strike now to the third baseman. Base is clear. Tied at 1, top of the third. Out of the windup. This is outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Jeter Puedo had a RBI double in the top of the second to get the scoring started. He scored DJ Merriweather. The 2-1 is tapped foul in and out of the glove of Cordero, and the count's now square 2-2. But Danville answered back right away with a solo home run off the bat of Antonio Cordero. And that's how we're at our score of 1-1. The 2-2 pitch misses outside. Count runs full here to Fernandez. Defense playing him straight up. Fernandez trying to keep that bat red hot. It certainly was last night in Burlington. The 3-2 misses inside. Fernandez takes, and a 1-out walk for the third baseman. He tosses his elbow guard and trots down that first base line. Sets the stage for Zach Jackson. 0 for 1. Went down looking in the first inning. He didn't like the call. And now trying to redeem himself in his second trip to the dish. Jackson, one of 4 lefties in this Burlington lineup. Fernandez off the bag at first, being held on by Scholl. First pitch. Changeup misses high. The count 1-0. Fernandez has swiped 2 bags so far this summer. He was caught stealing once. Right now the count 1-0. Out of the stretch. Called strike. Paint job at the knees. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 away and a runner on first. Top of the third. Burlington and Danville squared at 1. Runner on the move. Jackson lines it past the first baseman's glove. It's into right field, carrying, and it's off the wall. Fernandez gets the wave around third. He's in without a throw. Jackson over to third. He's in without a throw. He has a feet first slide anyways, and a 1-out RBI triple. Zach Jackson keeps it rolling. Burlington retakes the lead. It's 2-1 in the top of the third. That one was smoked off the bat. And Scholl, who was holding on Fernandez, probably could have had a chance at making that play, or at least getting in front of it, but he was shaded towards that first base bag. First pitch to the catcher, Avery Smith. Misses, and it's ball 1. 1 out. Smith trying to put this one in the outfield and bring in Jackson. Plenty of speed over there on third base, and the 1-0 misses outside, and now Cordero and Spada want to talk things over. Cordero pops his mask and heads out to the mound, and they're going to bring the entire infield in because Steve Gomez comes to the hill. So we'll step aside. Burlington back in front after an RBI triple off the bat of Zach Jackson. He stays hot. Burlington trying to extend the advantage. Mound visit breaks, and Otterbots continue to roll with Spada. The 2-0 to Smith is laced up the middle, down for a base hit. Jackson sprints in from third. An RBI single from Avery Smith. He had 2 driven in yesterday. That's now 3 in the last couple of games. Burlington up 3-1 in the top of the third. Smith having a great game for the Sock Puppets, being a stalwart defensively. Cut down a runner earlier to in the bottom of the first, and now he is over off the first base bag. First pitch to the lefty swinging DH, DJ Merriweather, is outside. He takes, counts 1-0. Merriweather walked and came around to score the game's first run. That was in the top of the second. Now we're in the top of the third. 1-0. He loads up, but holds a swing, and it's the right decision. Counts now 2 balls, no strikes. 2 runs so far in the top of the third for Burlington. It all started with a full count walk by Orlando Fernandez. He came around to score off the RBI triple from Zach Jackson. Another pitch misses down and away, and now the count 3-0. Merriweather has the go-ahead here if he wants it. The 3-0 out of the stretch. He takes, and it misses at the knees. So a 4-pitch walk. Merriweather has taken 2 trips to the left-handed batter's box, and he hasn't put one in play, but he advances Smith to second, and that's another free pass awarded off the left hand of Spada. His 4th of the evening. He's countered it with 4 strikeouts, and here comes Brian Carruthers, who swings at the first pitch and nubs it foul. 0-1 to the first baseman, who is playing first base for the first time this season, primarily a catcher, but after taking a couple of days off, after injuring that right hand, as the 0-1 comes home, called strike. Carruthers doesn't like it. Shakes his head, but he's behind 0-2. 2 on, 1 out. Burlington continuing to rotate around the infield. Season started with Caden Combs, but he is injured as well, unavailable today. Here's the 0-2, breaking ball, cut on and missed. A nice bounce back from Matt Spada. and gets Carruthers to chase, and there are now 2 down in the top of the third. So Carruthers 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. First time he went down looking, this time swinging. But Dusty Vela tries to keep the frame alive for the Burlington Bats. Here on the top of the third. Sock Puppets lead it by 2. Smith on second, he singled. First pitch to Vela, called strike. Locates that outside corner. 0-1. Smith off the bag at second. Merriweather off the bag at first. He walked. Neither base runner being held on. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Misses inside. Vela corkscrewed his body to avoid being hit by the pitch, and the count now evens, a ball and a strike. 2 outs, top of the third. Spada trying to strand a couple of runners after giving up a pair of runs. 1-1 misses inside. 2 balls, 1 strike the count now to the second baseman, Vela. Did not play yesterday. Had a scheduled day off, hitting 174 so far this summer. Pushes the bat in front of his body. The 2-1. Breaking ball misses outside. Hitter's advantage here to Vela. Sock Puppets wearing the road baby blues with the gray pants. Danville with the all whites. 3-1, misses in the dirt. 5-pitch walk, second free pass from Spada in this inning. Smith over to third, Merriweather advances to second, and Vela jogs down the first base line and is met with instructions from that first base coach, Torrey Pettiford. Sock Puppets have them loaded for Jeter Poyeto, who had an RBI single. He scored DJ Merriweather in the top of the second to break the seal on game 1 of this 3-game set. First 2 being played here in Danville, and then we've got a Sunday night showdown in Burlington. First pitch, Poyeto pops it up, shallow right field. Pratt is in on it, drifting towards the right center field gap, and makes the one-handed squeeze. So Sock Puppets leave them loaded, but not before they total 2 in the top of the third. The lead is back in Burlington's possession. We'll see if they can hang on to it. Connor Osier returns to the hill for the bottom of the third on the other side. This is the home of Sock Puppets baseball.
If you're a veteran or an actively member of our nation's military, please stand to be recognized. Let's give them a hand. Thank you for your service to our nation. Leading off the bottom of the third inning for your Autobots, the designated hitter, Xander Zumwalt.
Burlington leads it 3-1 in the bottom of the third. It's Connor Osier back to the mound. Set to deal to the 9-1-2 hitter, starting with the lefty swinging designated hitter, Xander Zumwalt. The first pitch out of the windup. Osier deals a fastball, and it's Fouled back into the screen, 0-1. Osher making his first start of the summer. Through the first 2 frames, he allowed 3 hits, 1 run. It was a solo home run. Has yet to surrender a walk, and he struck out 3 batters. The 0-1, he goes change up, and it's cut on and missed. Base is clear. Leadoff man, Zumwalt. The 6'6", 205-pound freshman from Queen's University of Charlotte. Here's the 0-2 offering. He chases the high heat and goes down swinging. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. The number 9 hitter is retired, and Osher has his 4th punch-out of the evening. Sock Puppets in front, 3-1. Bottom of the 3rd here at American Legion Post 325 Field at Dan Daniel Memorial Park. Back to the top of the order, stepping in for the second time is the center fielder Christian Hamilton. First pitch is cut on and missed, and Osher is in a rhythm right now. Hamilton struck out swinging his first time up. Hitting .304 this summer, and the 0-1 misses outside. A ball and a strike here to Hamilton, the freshman from Georgetown. Right on left the matchup. Out of the windup, Osher comes home and misses outside with the breaking ball. Osher now behind the count, 2-1. Hamilton adjusts his helmet. Now rests the bat over his left shoulder. Rocks it up and down. He's set to face the 2-1. Swing and a miss. Osher dealt the fastball, and Hamilton couldn't catch up to it. Count squared, 2-2. 1 away, the base is clear. Bottom of the 3rd. Osher kicks, delivers. This is inside. Good spot there from the righty from Houston, but just a little bit too inside for home plate umpire Zach Bloom's liking, and now the count runs full. Payoff pitch forthcoming out of the windup. Called strike 3 at the knees. And Hamilton launched his bat towards the first base dugout because he thought it was ball 4, but Osher has sent 5 down on strikeouts, and now Christian Hamilton is 0 for 2 with a pair of punchies. Now Mason Pangborn steps in, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Wiggles into the left-handed batter's box. Freddie Osher shakes off a couple of signs. Kicks, steals, breaking ball, misses outside beneath that bottom rail. And the count's 1-0. Pangborn, the 6'1 freshman from Austin P, hitting .148 with 3 RBIs this season. Trying to spark a 2-out rally. The 1-0 misses behind Pangborn and comes into the backstop, and that one got away from Connor Osher. Counts 2-0. Back-to-back strikeouts here in the bottom of the 3rd. Burlington with a 3-1 lead. Trying to preserve that, and the 2-0 misses outside at the belt. .3-0 to Pangborn. Osher offers. Called strike. Right down the middle, and with a 3-0 count, looked like Pangborn was taking all the way. Defense straight up. 3-1, misses inside in the first walk of the day. Smith has to chase that one to the backstop. Pangborn hustles down to first, but he holds up there. So a 2-out walk. Now Osher's going to try and strand him there and prevent any further damage. In steps Alex Conover, the lefty swinging left fielder from Oklahoma State. Out of the stretch. Osher set. Now goes home. This is outside. Ball 1. Conover did not play yesterday, but was 2 for 5 with a double in game 1 of the 2-game set against the River Turtles. Both went in favor as the pitch is outside, but the back pick to first is in time, and Avery Smith continues to rifle runners all over the place. He cut one down at second. Now he chops a base runner at first. So Connor Osher faces the minimum despite the 2-out walk. No hits, no runs, no errors in the field, and no runners left on for Danville. We're through a third here in Danville. It's Burlington ahead 3-1. Top of the lineup to swing it on the other side for the Sock Puppets.
First one's up. You got one more, at least. Try not to hit it over, please. Thank you. He missed it. Sage, you got one more. Come on, Sage, you got it. Clutch it out. Dang, Sage. All right. Y'all make some noise for him.
River District Social Premium Sports and Entertainment Unions. A variety of entertainment sites, simulators, bowling, food vending, great menu and great selection. We don't have River District Dolphin Social, sponsoring in building. Now for Autobots, and this Autobot picture game is brought to you by the View France and the only brand new resort style park.
Welcome back to the top of the fourth. It's Burlington ahead of Danville 3-1. Adam Hipsky on the call for the top of the fourth. Matt Spada's day is done. First reliever out of the pen for the Outer Bots is Andrew Evans, the 6'5", 235-pound junior from Kansas State. He comes in to face the top of the order, starting with the righty swinging left fielder, Chance Jennings. We'll get you Matt Spada's final line momentarily, but right now, all eyes on the righty, Andrew Evans. Spada, the left-hander, faced the order twice, and the first pitch to Jennings is ripped foul. Count 0-1. Evans making his third appearance this season. The 0-1 misses outside. Ball and a strike. So Evans, through his first 2 appearances, it has been just 2 innings, so he's entered for 1 inning each time, the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Got him with the slider outside. Jennings behind 1-2. A 13.5 ERA. He's given up 5 hits, 3 runs. All 3 of them were earned. 1 home run, 2 strikeouts, and no walks. 1-2 the count to Jennings. Breaking ball is grounded foul, left side. So Matt Spada's day is complete. After getting the start, he goes 3 innings, gives up 3 hits, 3 runs, all 3 of which were earned. The main weakness in his final line was the 5 walks, but he countered with 5 strikeouts. The 1-2 misses down and kicks away from Cordero, but with the bases clear, no threat, he just fires back to Evans. Count evens, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Spotted through 68 pitches, 36 were strikes, and his season ERA now 4.50. 2-2. Called strike 3. Locates the outside corner, and the leadoff man retired. Jennings now 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts, and after a 4 for 5 day yesterday, Jennings certainly has cooled off to start things in Danville. Sock Puppets on the high road 3-1 in the top of the 4th. First left-handed hitter that Andrew Evans will see today. That is Dom Krapinski. Evans shades his face with his glove. Now brings it down to his belt, out of the windup. Deals a first pitch curveball that misses at the feet of Krapinski, and the count's 1-0. Burlington trying to pad its lead here in the top of the 4th. The base is clear. The 1-0 offering is lifted to the left side of the infield. Pangborn, the shortstop's under it, and he makes the grab. Parallel to that Otterbots lettering, and now the first 2 of the top of the 4th are retired. In steps Orlando Fernandez, 0 for 1. Reached on a fielder's choice in the first and walked, came around to score in the 3rd. Out of the windup, the first pitch from Evans. Swung on and missed. He chased outside the zone. And now the count, 0-1. Evans kicks, delivers. That one misses downstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. Two down. The pitch. This is outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Right on right, the matchup. Evans takes a deep breath. Kicks, fires. Cut on and missed. Count squares at 2 apiece. Fernandez trying to record his first hit of the day. Was 4 for 4 yesterday. The 2-2 pitch. This is outside. Count runs full to Fernandez. Same spot that he was in his last time up. That was in the 3rd inning. Faced the 3-2 count. Drew a walk, and the line kept moving to score Fernandez as full count pitch is cut on and missed. So 3 up, 3 down in the top of the 4th. Burlington still ahead 3-1, and it's the 3-4-5 hitters due up for Danville. A nice job out of the pen for Andrew Evans.
Just have a good old time. It's a Mott's Backyard and over.
To the bottom of the 4th here in Danville, it's the Sock Puppets ahead 3-1, and Connor Osher back to the mound for his 4th inning. Already has surpassed his longest outing of the year. It was 2 innings back on June 10th, but he's set to deal to the 3-4-5 hitters for the 2nd time today. It starts with the lefty swinging left fielder, Alex Conover. He doubled in the first. Osher holds the ball in his glove, comes set, deals first pitch, strike, cut on and missed. Conover behind, 0-1. Sophomore from Oklahoma State, hitting .429 this summer for the Otterbots. Standing tall in that left-handed batter's box. Flat-footed stance, the 0-1 is hit on the ground up the middle and squirts through to center field for a base hit. So leadoff man aboard for the Otterbots in the bottom of the fourth. Burlington holding that 3-1 lead. And now Garrett Scholl steps in. 1-for-1. Single in the first. Back-to-back Oklahoma State Cowboys in this lineup for Danville. Conover being held on by Carruthers at first. First pitch is popped up. Shallow left center field. Kropinski's over. He gives way to Jennings. The left fielder makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Conover stays put at first. It's Khalil Pratt's turn to try and advance that runner on first. And another lefty swinging hitter for this Otterbots offense. Plenty of them. 2 switch hitters, 5 left-handers, and 2 righty swingers. First pitch to the right fielder from Kentucky, misses, ball 1. Conover on first, he singled. Takes a few steps off the base. Out of the stretch, Osher rides a breaking ball in at the feet of Pratt and misses. So Pratt hit by a pitch. He moves on to first. Conover advances to second. And some more traffic for Connor Osher to try and work around. He wants to reconvene with his backstop, Avery Smith. The two talk things over. End it with a tap of the gloves, and Smith heads back into his crouch behind home plate. It's Antonio Cordero who is responsible for the Otterbots' lone run. It was a solo shot that towered over that left field wall. Right on right the matchup. Osher comes set at the belt, checks second, deals home. Breaking ball called, strike, a nice pitch off the right hand of Osher. And the count now 0-1. Cordero, 6-foot, 200-pounder from St. Bonaventure. Osher deals. Fastball misses low and away. Smith slides to his right to get in front of that one. Count now, a ball and a strike. Conover on second, he singled. Pratt on first, he was hit by a pitch. The 1-1 from Osher is hit in the air right side. Vela snags it, goes to second. It's in time for a double play. Heads up baseball by Dusty Vela, and he catches Conover off the second base bag. No damage done for Connor Osher, who just dealt his 56th pitch. He's allowed just 1 run through 4 innings. Burlington ahead, 3-1. We turn it to the top of the 5th, 3-4-5 to swing it for the Sock Puppets. Top of the fifth, back out on the mound. It's Andrew Evans trying to hold the lead at just 2 runs. It's 3-1 Burlington in the top of the fifth, and the heart of the order starting with the cleanup man, Zach Jackson, the lefty swinging right fielder who is tied for first in the Appy League in home runs. That's thanks to a couple of long balls yesterday. Base is clear, first pitch. Out of the windup. It is dribbled to the pitcher's mound, and Evans tries to rush the throw, but it is off target. So that's an error off the right hand of Andrew Evans to start things in the top of the fifth. Jackson, plenty of speed over there on first. In steps Avery Smith, who's 1 for 2 with an RBI. First pitch. Breaking ball misses downstairs. 1-0. Jackson being held on by Scholl. Nobody out. Top of the fifth. Right on right the matchup out of the stretch. Evans deals home. And Smith lifts that one into center field. Hamilton, a nice jump, makes the play in center for the first out of the inning.
Now that is just the hitter, DJ Merriweather.
DJ Merriweather with his third plate appearance now, but yet to record an at-bat after back-to-back walks. Jackson remains on first. Still with his right foot on the base. Now takes a lead. Right on left the matchup. Merriweather ready for the first pitch. Comes in at the knees, and it's a called strike. The DH Merriweather hitting .438 this summer. Got the day off yesterday. The 0-1 is popped up left side, out of play. Count 0-2 now. Brian Carruthers is on deck. He's 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. Here's the 0-2. This is inside at the belt. Merriweather takes a step back, collects himself, now he digs back in. Jackson off the bag at first. The 1-2, breaking ball, Merriweather swings and lofts it into shallow left field. Fair ground, and the left fielder Conover is the one that makes the play. Caught it knee height, and it was a late one, but still makes the snag in. After Zach Jackson reached to lead things off in the fifth. Back-to-back outs, and now Brian Carruthers tries to spark a 2-out rally. Right on right the matchup. Jackson has not yet taken off from first. We'll see if with 2 outs they start to get a little more aggressive. Evans on that same line of thinking. He goes to first to check on Jackson, who's in safely with plenty of time. Another check on first. Jackson is in standing. 2 away, top of the fifth. Burlington on top. It's 3-1. Trying to pick up 4th consecutive win. Half swing from Carruthers. He went around. It's strike 1. Carruthers trying to regain some confidence in that right side. Been out for almost a week. Got banged up in Johnson City. Swings at the 0-1 and fouls it back into the screen. The count 0-2 to the first baseman, Carruthers. went down looking in the second, was punched out swinging in the third. Jackson on first, he reached via the error. And the 0-2, he takes off, and the pitch downstairs, and the ball bounces off the chest of Cordero, so Jackson in safely without a throw. So, Jackson moving into scoring position. A base hit can pad this lead even more for the Sock Puppets. The 1-2 pitch, breaking ball, cut on and missed. And Carruthers having a day not to be desired. So, no hits, no runs, one error in the field. That was by Andrew Evans, and one runner left on. We are through 4.5. That's halfway home. 7-8-9 to swing it on the other side for Danville.
Wacky Wednesdays at the ball. On the mound for Burlington, Jack Fury. And his pitching change is Rocky. Neil Brown and Elizabethton, brand new, your style of park.
Bottom of the fifth here in Danville, and it's Burlington in front 3-1. And Connor Osher, who drew the start for the Sock Puppets, his day is done, and it was a fantastic start for the righty from Houston. First call to the pen is Jack Fury, the 6-foot freshman from Duke. He gets a clean frame. Set to deal to the 7-8-9 hitters. It starts with the righty swinging third baseman Alex Sifford. 0 for 1, flew out to the right fielder his first time up. Out of the windup, first pitch. This is outside, ball 1. Fury, a 4-pitch mix, 4-seam fastball, slider, cutter, and changeup. With the 1-0 count, he goes fastball, and it's swung on and missed. Ball and a strike to the lefty Blue Devil. So Connor Osher, his first start of the season is complete. Get you his final line after the 1-1 that misses downstairs. Osher, 4 innings, 4 hits, 1 run. That lone blemish was a solo shot in the second off the bat of Antonio Cordero. The 2-1 breaking ball called strike at the knees. Well placed by Fury, and now the count square 2-2. 1 walk, 5 strikeouts for the starter Osher, as the 2-2 is cut on and missed. It was a half swing, but he went around. So as good of a start as you can ask for if you're Jack Fury. Sifford is retired off the swinging strikeout, and now it's the 8th hitting second baseman, Jackson Goldberg, who's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Osher dealt 56 pitches, 30 were strikes. Left on right the matchup. First pitch, foul tipped into the glove for strike one. Goldberg, the 6-foot, 190-pound sophomore from Creighton, hitting 167 this summer. Trying to trim this Otterbots deficit. He squares to bunt but pulls back, and that's the right decision. Misses downstairs. A ball and a strike, 1 out, the base is clear. Burlington 3, Danville 1. Sock Puppets trying to win their 4th in a row and get this 3-game series off on the right foot. 1-1 comes home and misses in at the feet. Fury goes slider, and it continued to tail in on the right-handed Goldberg. Out of the windup, Fury goes home. Cutter misses outside. Hitter's advantage to Goldberg. Defense playing him straight up. The left-handed designated hitter, Xander Zumwalt, is on deck. And it misses inside and skips away from Smith. Goldberg takes off for first, takes a peek at second, but retreats to the bag. So a walk for Fury gives Danville its first base runner of the frame. And now the number 9 hitting Zumwalt steps in. Left on left, first pitch. Cut on and missed. Got Zumwalt to chase. Nice off speed from Fury. Set just above the belt, out of the stretch. That time the slider dives away. Misses for ball 1. Zumwalt being the designated hitter. The 1-1 is popped up. Left side, 3 converge, and Smith, the catcher, is the one that grabs it. A foot to the left of that third base line. And out number 2 is recorded. And Zumwalt now 0 for 2. The lineup card turns over to the leadoff man, Christian Hamilton. 0 for 2 today with a couple of strikeouts. Both were against Connor Osher. It'll be his first time seeing Jack Fury. Fury comes set, goes home. First pitch called strike. Another back pick to first, but had to be dug out of the dirt and collected off a hop by Carruthers. So no tag applied. Goldberg back safely. He's the lone base runner here in the bottom of the 5th. Burlington with a 3-1 lead. Fury, set, goes home. Called strike at the knees. Change up. Hamilton took. And now the count's 0-2. And the 0-2 comes in, misses downstairs, ball 1. Hamilton hitting .304 this season. 6 runs driven in, the freshman from Georgetown. Rocks the bat over his right shoulder. He's set to face the 1-2. Breaking ball misses downstairs. Count levels, 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 away, bottom of the 5th. Hamilton from Fort Lauderdale. Set to face the 2-2 offering. And it misses outside. He takes. Count runs full with 2 outs and 1 runner on. Hamilton shuffles his feet. Runner on the move. Called strike 3. Another one that Christian Hamilton thought was ball 4, but instead it's another strikeout for Fury. So the lefty from Duke works around a 1-out walk and finishes with 2 strikeouts in the frame. End of 5 here in Danville. It's Sock Puppets ahead, 3-1. Into the 6th we go in Danville. Burlington with a 3-1 lead over the Otterbots, and it's 8-9-1 due up for the Sock Puppets. It's starting with the lefty swinging second baseman Dusty Vela, who's 0 for 1 with a walk.
Leading things off for the Sock Puppets, second baseman.
Grounded out to the pitcher his first time up in the 2nd inning, and he walked his last trip. That was in the 3rd. Andrew Evans back to the mound, out of the windup. First pitch from him is chopped foul, left side, 0-1 the count. Vela collects himself outside of the left-handed batter's box, spins down in a stretch, and digs back in. Taps the plate a couple of times, right on left the matchup. Evans kicks, deals. Hit on the ground, right side. Hard hit, and it bounces off the chest of the first baseman, Scholl, and kicks down the right field line. Vela is cruising into second, and he's there with a leadoff stand-up double.
Now batting from shortstop, Diego.
So Vela gets things going here in the top of the 6th. And in steps the number 9 hitting shortstop, Jeter Poyeto. Poyeto steps in. 1 for 2. Popped out to shallow right field his last time up. The runner in scoring position, top of the 6th. Evans out of the stretch, goes home, misses high, ball 1. Vela not being held on at second. Burlington with a 3-1 lead, trying to pad that advantage here. Poyeto puts it in play, right side on a couple of hop Scholl fields, and takes to first himself. And Vela advances 90 feet. He's at third, and Poyeto grounds out. Lineup card turns over. It's Chance Jennings, who was 4 for 5 yesterday, but still chasing his first hit of the evening today. 0 for 3. He reached on an error in the first, and his last 2 trips to the plate, he's been set down on strikes. It's his second time facing Andrew Evans, who was the first call out of the pen, relieving Matt Spada, as the first pitch is a slider that misses outside, ball 1. Infield comes in, toes on the grass, as Dusty Vela way off the bag in foul ground over there on third. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and it misses low and kicks away, and Vela takes off and quickly backpedals and returns to third base. That was going to probably be the wrong decision had he continued to progress towards home. At least I thought so. But instead, he's back to third, and the count's 2-0. Right on right the matchup. Out of the windup, Jennings swings and misses at a breaking ball. He chased it downstairs. Two and 1 the count. Evans comes set at the belt. Deep breath. Delivers home. Jennings lifts that one into the air. Deep center field. Hamilton's back just in front of the track. He makes the grab, but way far out there. Vela comes in to score easily. Burlington leads it 4-1 after a sacrifice fly from Chance Jennings. He drove one in yesterday. Now he's driven one in on consecutive days. Sock Puppets lead it by 3 in the top of the 6th. So Vela, after taking the day off, leads off things in the 6th with a double and comes around to score. 2 outs, top of the 6th. In steps the lefty swinging center fielder, Dom Krapinski. First pitch, he takes, called strike, breaking ball at the knees. Nothing in 1 with the bases clear. Evans nods, delivers. Another breaking ball. This one continues to tail beneath the bottom rail. And the count now, a ball and a strike. Krapinski 0 for 2 with a walk and a strikeout. Popped up to the shortstop his last time up, his 4th trip here. And he lines one up the middle on a hop. The second baseman Goldberg collects it, throws on to first, and it's in time. Came off the bat hot from Krapinski, but plenty of time for Goldberg to make the play. So a leadoff double does the damage for Vela in the 6th. He comes around to score after an RBI sacrifice fly from Chance Jennings. Burlington up 4-1 to the bottom of the 6th, 2-3-4 to swing it for the Otterbots. Jack Fury is back to work in the bottom of the 6th. He toast the slab with a 4-1 lead for the Sock Puppets. 2-3-4 set to come to the plate for Danville, trying to cut into that deficit. It starts with the lefty swinging shortstop, Mason Pangborn. First pitch, he squares to bunt, pulls back, it's outside, ball 1. Fury came in, relieving Connor Osher, who drew the start, went 4 innings, gave up just 1 hit. Here's the 1-0. It's lofted left side into the outfield. Jennings is over and in fair territory. He makes the play for out number 1. Needed a heck of a jump, and he got just that. Tracked it all the way, and on the move, snares it for the first out of the inning. Now it's Alex Conover's turn to try and keep his hot night going. 2 for 2, a double in the first, a single in the 4th. Close stance towards the back of the left-handed batter's box. The southpaw Fury deals a first pitch fastball, misses outside, ball 1. The count. And that slider rides in at the back of Conover, and he can't do any more damage because he was just hit with that pitch. And now 1 out. There's a runner on for the Otterbots.
Stepping to the plate, the first baseman, Garrett Schul.
We'll take a trip around the Appy League. Bluefield with a 4-2 lead on Johnson City. All of these games tonight, game 1 of a 3-game series. In steps the righty swinging Garrett Scholl. First pitch, he takes, it's outside. Pulaski and Bristol in a 6-4 game. It's the River Turtles on top, 6-4. Sock Puppets and River Turtles knotted at 5-2 atop the East Division. As the 1-0 misses outside. 2 balls, no strikes now to the first baseman from Oklahoma State. Elizabethton is down 1-0 to Kingsport. 2-0 misses downstairs. 3 balls, no strikes. Fury trying to battle back. That one's in a delay in the top of the 4th, but it's the Axemen holding that 1-run lead. Tri-State and Greenville also in the top of the 4th, but play is also halted there in Tri-State. Colecats and Flyboys squared with no runs. And a 4-pitch walk to Scholl. So now 2 on and just 1 out. And the 5th hitting right fielder, Khalil Pratt. Left on right the matchup. Here to Pratt. Who was hit by a pitch his last time up. Grounded out to the shortstop in the 2nd. First pitch of the at-bat set to come off the left hand of Jack Fury. Out of the stretch, called strike. Pratt loaded up, but chose to hold his swing, and the count 0-1. 2 on, 1 away. Bottom of the 6th, Burlington leads it 4-1 over Danville. Another check swing and another one that he went around. 0-2. Pratt wanted it, but didn't fully commit. But he's going to have to soon because he's behind 0-2. Conover on second, he was hit by a pitch. Scholl on first, he walked. The 0-2 is hit on the ground on a high chopper. Vela touches second, goes to first. It's not in time. It is in time. A double play, all done by Dusty Vela. He had to hurry that throw, and he did so in time. So Fury, no damage done on his line in the bottom of the 6th, despite a couple of free passes. We're through 6 here in Danville. Burlington in search of its 4th consecutive win. They take a 3-run advantage into the 7th.
Fans, we have our 2 staff members, Will and John, doing Zorball. Y'all make some noise for them. That's 2 out of 3. Whoever's left standing wins it. Y'all ready? Let's go. 3, 2, 1, let's go. First one goes to John. Y'all those that don't know, John was a former O-line. Will, come on. 3, 2, 1, go. Come on, Will, even it up. We'll call a tie on that. Last one. 3, 2, 1, go. Come on, go again. One more time.
Now the mound for your Autobots, number 7 right-hander Maddox McDougal.
Into the 7th we go through 2/3 of game. We've got Burlington ahead 4-1 and another call to the pen. This one, Maddox McDougal, the freshman from Jacksonville State. The right-hander, standing at 6 foot, 185 pounds, from Wesley Chapel, Florida. He'll deal to the 3, 4, 5 hitters for the Sock Puppets to start his outing. And it begins with Orlando Fernandez, the righty swinging third baseman, who was 4 for 4 yesterday, but yet to record a hit today. Fernandez batted 7th yesterday and climbing in this lineup, hitting 3rd today. McDougal set to go for the first pitch to Fernandez, who adjusts his helmet. Takes a couple of signs down that third base line from third base coach Rob Selna. We're set to go. Burlington trying to extend that 3-run lead out of the windup. First pitch. Called strike. 0-1 to Fernandez. Reached on a fielder's choice in the first, walked, came around to score in the third, and struck out looking his last time up. Check swing on the 0-1, appealed down to the base umpire Marcus DeCiso was not in favor of the Otterbots. He says Fernandez did not go around. The count's 1-1. The pitch misses outside. Two on the count. McDougal covers his face with his mitt, gets into the windup, and fires. Fernandez fouls it out of play into the bleachers. Count now 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, no outs, the base is clear. And the pitch misses up and away. Count runs full to the leadoff man here in the top of the 7th, Fernandez. Burlington leading it 4-1. Out of the windup. Fernandez lifts that one foul. So McDougal and Fernandez will battle once again. This will be the 7th pitch of the at-bat. After a couple of shakes, McDougal nods, steals home, misses beneath the zone, and he thought that was definitely strike 3, but Fernandez walks, and leadoff man aboard for the Sock Puppets in the top of the 7th.
Now that is right fielder, Zach Jackson.
Steps Zach Jackson, who is 1 for 3. Last time up, he reached on an error, but had an RBI triple in the 3rd inning. Scored Fernandez, who walked back there in that 3rd frame. The first pitch, Jackson takes. It's below the zone, ball 1. Right on left the matchup. Jackson readies in the left-handed batter's box. The pitch. This is down and away, ball 2. Jackson stares into the lights. Beautiful night here in Danville, Virginia. Otterbots trying to hold the advantage at just 3. The 2-0, Fernandez on the move. The pitch, a called strike. The throw down is in time, but not on target. The tag applied by the shortstop Pangborn, and Fernandez into scoring position with nobody out. So Fernandez swipes another base. That one his 4th of 2025. The 2-1 to Zach Jackson is cut on and missed. Got Jackson to chase. The count now 2-2. Still no outs. Fernandez not being held on at 2nd. From the belt. Out of the stretch. Called strike 3. Throws Zach Jackson, and it dots the outer half. And there's There's now 1 out in the top of the 7th.
Coming back, the catcher, Avery Smith.
Fernandez stays put on second. Now Avery Smith digs in. 1 for 3 with an RBI single. A pop out in the first, a fly out in the 5th. Burlington with a 4-1 lead. After a couple of looks at second. Now the delivery home, called strike. Locates the outer third. The count 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Out of the windup. Fouled off that first base dugout, and now Smith is behind 0-2. A sizzler off the bat from Smith. After a new ball is put into play, it's go time for this right-on-right matchup. Runner on second, that's Fernandez with 1 away. Top of the 7th, the pitch. This is high, ball 1. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 away. The pitch, Fernandez on the move. It's a ball, the throw down. It's in time, and Fernandez frustrated at that jump because plenty of time for the third baseman Alex Sifford to lay down the tag. And now there are no more threats on the base paths for the Sock Puppets, and 2 outs. The 1-2 to Smith. Swing and a miss. Got him to chase outside the zone. So back-to-back punch-outs for McDougal, and that's how his first frame finishes. So no hits, no runs, no errors in the field, and nobody left on base after Fernandez was caught stealing. We'll stretch in Danville. It's Burlington on the high road, 4-1.
All right, all of my fans, let's stand up, get loose. Make sure we don't catch any cramps or anything like that. All right, right over left. Switch arms. Lean to your left. Lean to your right. Touch your toes if you can. No shame if you can. After that, you can do a flip off your seat if you can. If you can't, don't worry about it. I'm gonna have one of y'all actually do that one of these days. So I'm gonna do it. There we go.
And we will let you know it's last call. Last call for alcohol sale. Be out to the ball. Be out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and crackers. I don't care if I never get back that hungry. Rooting for the home if they know it, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes you're out of the old ball game. Be out to the ball. Be out with the crowd. Leading on the bottom of the 7th inning for your honor.
To the bottom of the 7th we go. It starts with Antonio Cordero, the righty swinging catcher, who is responsible for the Outerbots' single run in this game. It was a solo home run in the second. He'll face Jack Fury for the first time, who's relieving Connor Osier after his first start of the season. Went exceedingly well. Osier 4 innings, 4 hits, 1 run. First pitch to Cordero misses, ball 1. Fury, this is his 3rd inning. The 1-0, he goes slider and a beautiful pitch. Just kept bending into the zone and froze Cordero. A ball and a strike. One and one with the bases clear. And the cutter misses in the dirt. 2 balls, 1 strike. Cordero, in his only other plate appearance, he lined into a double play. That was back in the 4th. And the 2-1 is hit on the ground left side. Puedo grounds, Fields goes to first. It's in time. 6-3 the putout to start the bottom of the 7th. Burlington holding on to that 4-1 lead. And now hitting 7th and playing 3rd base, it's Alex Sifford. The freshman from Georgia. 1 for 4 with a couple of RBIs yesterday. That was in a loss to the River Turtles. First pitch called strike at the knees. Left on right the matchup. Southpaw Fury comes set just above the belt. He turns, fires, misses downstairs. Ball and a strike to Sifford. Flew out to the right fielder in the 2nd inning and struck out swinging in the 5th. Here's the 1-1, misses outside. Two balls, 1 strike. The base is clear. The pitch, slider, called strike at the knees. Fury really dialing in that changeup and certainly spinning off the left hand. The 2-2. Hit on the ground, up the middle, through for base hit, past a diving Vela. Not hit hard, but well placed. So a 1-out single for Alex Sifford gives the Otterbots a base runner in the home half of the 7th. Sock Puppets started the scoring in the top of the 2nd. That was after an RBI single from Jeter Puedo. The RBI triple came in the 3rd when Burlington had to regain the lead after Danville struck back and knotted things at 1 for that Cordero home run. First pitch to the second baseman, Jackson Goldberg, is swung on and missed. 0-1. And then after both sides traded a couple of scoreless frames, Burlington tacked on 1 in the top of the 6th. The 0-1, swing and a miss. Fury went right back to that slider, and it's got Danville hitters fooled right now. Fury's ahead in the count, 0-2. Runner on first. It's Sifford. He singled, being held on by Carruthers, who's playing first base for the first time this season. The 0-2 with 1 away, another slider, and this one just misses inside. One that continued to ride in at the knees of Goldberg, who's 0 for 1. The 1-2, cut on and missed. Jack Fury is feeling himself right now. That's his 3rd punch out, and it puts 2 away in the bottom of the 7th. Burlington in prime position to win its 4th in a row. They took game 2 against Johnson City. Responded with a 2-game sweep over the River Riders. First pitch to Xander Zumwalt is cut on and missed. 0-1. Sock Puppets entering this 3-game set with the Otterbots on a 3-game winning streak. The 0-1 bounces in the dirt, kicks away from Smith, but Not a great read on it from Sifford, and it didn't go far away from the backstop Smith. So count 1-1, 2 away. Bottom of the 7th, Burlington with a 4-1 lead. Set at the letters. Fury goes home. Slider called strike. That was filth from the southpaw. Looked like that was coming right at the left-handed batter's box, but tailed into the zone. Found that inner third. The 1-2 with 2 away. The pitch misses outside. He went right back to the slider. Count level, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Sifford paces off the bag at first. The 2-2. Called strike 3. Jack Fury is dealing in Danville. He's through 3. Doesn't have a blemish in the runs column. Burlington takes a 4-1 lead at the end of the 7th. Into the 8th we go. It's DJ Merriweather, Brian Carruthers, and Dusty Vela due up on the other side.
They've recycled over 25 million phones and provided over 8 million color cards, delivering 400 million minutes of talking time for America's service people. Your support makes all the difference, and here's how you can help. Bring your own cell phone and your home game this season. If your phone you donate, a low income or homeless family, you need a life. Real phone and a year of service at no cost to them. By donating, you're not only keeping our veterans connected with providing the resources and family, you're also helping reduce e-waste and supporting cleaner environment. To show our appreciation, donate your cell phone to Cell Phones for Soldiers. Cell Phones for Soldiers, right? Moving off the top of the inning, the designated hitter, DJ Merriweather.
To the top of the 8th, DJ Merriweather set to lead things off for the Burlington Bats, who currently hold a 4-1 advantage. Back to the mound, it's McDougal, who shakes off a couple of pitches, brings it down below the belt, comes home and misses downstairs. Ball 1 to Merriweather, who's 0 for 1 with a couple of walks. His last time up was a fly out to the left fielder in it. 1-0, called strike. Count 1-1 here on the top of the 8th. Base is clear. Merriweather in a crouch stance in that left-handed batter's box. He swings at the 1-1 and misses to move the count to 1-2. McDougal in a 2-strike count. Gets into his windup and goes home, and it's over the glove of his backstop Cordero. Count now 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. The delivery is hit on the ground left side past the third baseman and heading towards the corner. Merriweather takes the turn for second. He's in with a stand-up lead-off double. Sock Puppets with a 4-1 lead get things going here in the top of the 8th. Hard hit off the bat of Merriweather and perfectly placed down the left field line. Sifford held no chance. And now Brian Carruthers tries to put his first 3 at-bats behind him. 0 for 3 with a trio of strikeouts. He taps the plate in that right-handed batter's box. Merriweather not being held on at second. He shuffles off the base. From the stretch, McDougal goes home. Cut on and missed. Strike one. Carruthers hitting 111 this summer. Trying to pick up his first hit of the day. The 4-1 lead. The pitch. Called strike. 0-2 now to Carruthers. Here's the 0-2. And he chases the high heat and goes down on strikes. So Carruthers has been punched out 4 times today, and now it turns to Dusty Vela.
Coming to bat, second baseman, Dusty Vela.
Vela doubled and scored his last time up. That was in the 6th.
Let's get it started in here.
Dusty 0 for 2 with a walk. McDougal comes set, checks second, now goes home. Pitch misses outside. Ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Top of the 8th, Sock Puppets with a 4-1 lead. And he lashes out at the 1-0 and drives it foul. Count now 1-1. Merriweather off the base at second. He led things off with a double. Top of the 8th. Sock Puppets lead at 4-1. The 1-1 is hit on the ground right side. Off a bounce. Goldberg fields, flips to first. It's in time. Merriweather over to third. But there's 2 outs. And Jeter Poyeto, who had an RBI single in the 2nd inning, steps in with another chance to drive another runner in. Right on right the matchup here. McDougal, the 3rd pitcher that the Otterbots have sent out to the hill. First pitch to Poyeto, spikes in the dirt, but nice job by Cordero to smother it, and the count's 1-0. Matt Spada got the start, went 3 innings, gave up 3 hits, 3 runs, all 3 of which were earned. 5 walks really did not help him in those efforts, but certainly something to build on. 5 strikeouts. The 1-0 is foul tipped. Count now 1-1. Andrew Evans relieved him in the 4th inning. Had 3 innings and didn't give up a hit. No walks, 3 strikeouts. It was a phenomenal day for the right-hander from Jacksonville State. Here's the 1-1. Skied shallow right field. Towards the middle, it's Goldberg under it, into the lights. He makes the one-handed squeeze over the shoulder. So a leadoff double is stranded on third. 1 hit, no runs, no errors in the field, and that 1 runner, Merriweather, left on. To the bottom of the 8th we go. 6 more outs for Burlington to try and finish things off here in Danville. We'll be back right after this.
Our team prides themselves in the sports facilities icon. Batting practice equipment, facility netting, custom wall padding, what have you. Netting pros and stadium are the most trusted names in the industry. Now the mound to Burlington, right-hander, John Thornton.
Burlington has its third pitcher of the game, and it's Bromley Thornton who relieves Jack Fury, who was the first call out of the pen for the Sock Puppets, and he was stellar. 3 innings, 1 hit, no runs, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts. He had that slider bending at many different directions. So now with a 4-1 lead, Sock Puppets try and close this one out. It is Bromley Thornton, the two-way utility man from Wilmington, North Carolina, who stayed home and is playing his college ball at UNC Wilmington with the Seahawks. 6'4", 210-pound sophomore, making his second appearance on the hill, but has played plenty in the field and has hit for the Sock Puppets. But now getting a chance to hold this lead at 3.
Lead off the bottom of the 8th inning.
2 innings so far this summer for Thornton. Gave up 2 hits, no runs, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout. We're set to go in the bottom of the 8th. Top of the lineup due up for the Otterbots. The leadoff switch hitter, Christian Hamilton, steps in the left side. Thornton collects himself, takes a deep breath, nods, winds, deals. First pitch, tries to lay a bunt, and it might have hit Hamilton, but either way, he fouled it off, and the count's 0-1. Hamilton 0 for 3, 3 strikeouts. Right on left the matchup with the bases clear. Third baseman Fernandez playing in on the infield grass. 0-1 misses outside. 1-1 the count. Hamilton, his first strikeout was swinging, and the past 2, he's gone down looking. Here's the 1-1, and it misses down and in. 2-1 the count now. Here's the 2-1. Thornton winds, fires. Misses inside. 3-1 the count now. The two-way Thornton hitting 190 so far this summer. A couple of extra base hits and 4 runs batted in. Here's the 3-1. It misses inside. Ball 4. So Hamilton is aboard for the first time today. It is via the 5-pitch walk, and now in steps Mason Pangborn. This lineup for Danville just littered with left-handed hitters. Another one here for Mason Pangborn, rocking the bat over his left shoulder. Here's the first pitch out of the windup, and it kicks away from Smith, and that was because it hit Pangborn. So Thornton struggling with command early on in this outing.
Coming to bat, left fielder, Alex Conover.
Hamilton on to second, Pangborn over to first. First pitch forthcoming to Alex Conover, another left-handed hitter from Georgia. Thornton checks second, goes home. Called strike. Gets that outside corner. Conover stared down home plate umpire Zach Bloom. He didn't like the call, but Regardless, it's 0-1. The pitch gets away from Smith and rolls all the way into the on-deck circle. So Hamilton over to third, Pingborn into scoring position at second. Thornton's got to settle down because a base hit here could make this 3-run game a 1-run game rather quickly. And this was something that the Sock Puppets faced in Game 1 of the Johnson City series. Thornton set at the belt, trying to compose himself. He deals and misses down and in. That was Thornton's 9th pitch. He's fired just 1 strike. Really trying to reel it in. Set from the belt. He goes home. Cut on and missed. A refreshing pitch for Bromley Thornton. Right on left here. Thornton sets, goes home. This is inside. Count reaches the maximum. In the bottom of the 8th, it's Danville trailing 4-1, but Otterbots certainly posing a threat here. Danville yet to score since the bottom of the 2nd. It was a solo home run from Antonio Cordero. The payoff pitch to Conover is cut on and missed, and a big breath of relief from Bromley Thornton, who has responded after a walk and a hit by pitch, and then a wild pitch that advanced those runners with a strikeout, his first of the day, and now 1 down in the bottom of the 8th. In steps the first baseman Garrett Scholl, who is 2nd in the Appy League in walks. He drew the free passes last time up in the 6th. The pitch. Rides inside and misses. Scholl singled in the first. He was caught stealing. Come down by Avery Smith, who has been very, very solid for Anthony Essien and company. Flew out to the left fielder in the 4th and walked in the 6th. Here's the 1-0. Fastball misses outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Thornton down the middle of that rubber. From the stretch. Goes with the off speed, and Scholl wanted a fastball, and he swings through it. Count now 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike, 1 away. Thornton shakes off a couple of pitches, goes plateward. It's hit right back to Thornton, and he snares the runner back at third. He goes to first for 1. It's in time to retire Scholl. And Hamilton got a large jump off the bag at third, and high IQ play from Thornton to turn and stare him back down and prevent that run from coming in. So 1-3 the put out, and back-to-back guys sent down for Danville. And now the 5th hitting right fielder, Khalil Pratt, steps in. Had a 4-3 double play last time up. Steps in with 2 outs and 2 in scoring position. Right on left the matchup, Thornton. Back to the windup, goes home. Just misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Otterbots 1 for 5 today with runners in scoring position. It did not score a run, though, at the stop sign at third. That one run was a solo shot. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and it's lifted foul, out of play down the left field line. Count levels at 1. Otterbots have left 5 on so far today. Has not been a clean day defensively for the Otterbots. 3 errors in the field. Sock Puppets have kept a clean sheet, trying to finish things off. 4 more outs to go, but Danville still with 2 on and 2 in scoring position. The 1-1, swing and a miss. To the top of the zone. Pratt swings through it. Here's the 1-2. Thornton just 1 strike away from escaping the jam. The 1-2 misses outside. Count squares, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hamilton is on third. He walked. Pangborn is on second. He was hit by a pitch. Both runners advanced 90 feet after a wild pitch from Thornton. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 away, bottom of the 8th. Burlington with a 4-1 lead. Out of the windup. Fouled in and out of the glove of Avery Smith, and the count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Thornton with another chance here. Trying to work around this jam. We're back set. Right on left. Thornton winds, delivers, just misses inside. He certainly thought it was strike 3. But the count runs full. First base open. It's Antonio Cordero on deck, who does have Danville's lone run. Thornton steps off. And Pratt collects himself. Here's the 3-2 pitch. And it misses, and it actually hit Pratt. So it actually might be a little bit of a break for Burlington, because that one got away from Smith, and Hamilton had plenty of time to come home, but instead it's a dead ball. Pratt goes to first, in steps Antonio Cordero, the 6-foot, 200-pounder from St. Bonaventure. Hitting .250 this summer, and out comes Dave Schmidt to talk things over. The bases are loaded. There's 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th, and the tying run is on first, and the go-ahead run will come to the plate right after this break on the home of Sock Puppets Baseball. Mound visit breaks. It's go time for Bromley Thornton facing the righty swinging catcher Antonio Cordero, who is 1 for 3. A home run in the second, lined into a double play in the 4th, and had a ground out to the second baseman his last time up. With the bases loaded and 2 away, Thornton from the belt and out of the windup goes home. And he goes with the breaking ball, and it misses inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Thornton has thrown 24 pitches, and command has been the issue, just 9 strikes. The 1-0. Cordero has done all the damage for the Danville offense so far today. The 1-0. Another breaking ball, and it misses for ball 2. Hamilton on third, he walked. Pangborn on second, he was hit by a pitch. Pratt on first, he was also plunked. The 2-0. Called strike at the knees. 2-1, Thornton trying to work back into the account. Here's the 2-1 in the bottom of the 8th. Thornton. And it's tapped foul into the screen. Count levels at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Thornton back to a 2-strike count. He had Pratt in the same position. Back against the wall here for Cordero. One swing of the bat can completely change this game. Burlington up by 3 with the bases loaded, 2 away. The pitch is lined into right center field. It's down for a base hit. 1 run is in, 2 runs are in, and the stop sign at third. So Danville has trimmed the lead 2-1 after a 2 RBI single from Antonio Cordero. 3 runs for the Otterbots. All 3 have been driven in by the catcher, Cordero. So Pratt goes first to third. Pangborn around to score. Hamilton does the same. In a brand new ball game, it's 4-3, and the tying run just 90 feet away. Burlington has never trailed. Back-to-back hitters where Thornton has had them in a 2-strike count, but the Otterbots have really stepped up with their backs against the wall. So in steps Alex Sifford, the third baseman from the University of Georgia. Pitch runner to first, it's Micah Dean. First pitch is hit on the ground, left side. Fernandez charges, gloves, goes to first. It's in time. So Burlington hangs on to the lead, but Danville totals a couple to bring it within 1. Sock Puppets search for some insurance, and it's the top of the lineup. 1, 2, 3, righty, lefty, righty. Jennings, Kropinski, and Fernandez to swing it on the other side.
Let's make some noise for your Otterbots. Defensive change for your Otterbots. behind the plate now, pitching Canaan, Charlie Carter.
Top of the ninth, and Burlington with not much room for error. It's now 4-3. It was 4-1 for 6 consecutive innings, but it's the Otterbots that trimmed the deficit, and the top of the order due up to try and strike back. Starting with Chance Jennings, Maddox McDougal. First pitch is fouled into the screen. 0-1. So a 2 RBI single from Antonio Cordero. He was replaced by a pinch runner at first. It was Micah Dean, and now a defensive substitution in play for the Otterbots and manager Mickey Tettleton. As next pitch is another one that is fouled straight back. Jennings behind 0-2. The one doing the catching duties now for Danville is Charlie Carter, the 6'3", 195-pound sophomore from Oklahoma State. Here's the 0-2 offering, cut on and missed, and Jennings frustrated that he chased that one out of the zone. And hard to blame him there, because that certainly looked to be a ball, and there's now one away in the top of the ninth. We'll see who gets the ninth for Burlington. It could be Bromley Thornton, or it could be Mackay Griffin, who was up, stretching, and starting to throw earlier. So we'll see what the call is for the Sock Puppets. Out of the windup, the pitch to Dom Krapinski, misses inside, 1-0. One ball, no strikes. The pitch, misses down. Now the count 2-0. And the 2-0 is hit on the ground right side through the hole for a base hit. Dom Krapinski with a one-out base runner, and it skips away from the right fielder. Krapinski turns on the jets, and he's into second. Heads up base running from Dom Krapinski, swipes a bag, and now the Sock Puppets have one in scoring position, and a base hit can pad that lead, and it's Orlando Fernandez, who has struggled today, but certainly plenty of swings from yesterday that can bring a little bit of momentum. Just to lay a barrel on one. He is 0 for 2 with 2 walks. Reached on a fielder's choice in the first and struck out looking. Krapinski not being held on. The pitch. This is outside. So that is the 4th error of the day for Danville. On a spot that they have thrived in today. Fernandez a chance to take advantage. 1 ball, no strikes. After a peek at second, McDougal deals forward and finds the zone, called strike. One the count, 1 away. Top of the ninth. Burlington trying to pad this 4-3 lead. The pitch is fouled straight back into the netting. It was coming right for us, but plenty of netting to protect us up here, and windows as well. Here at American Legion Post 325 Field at Dan Daniel Memorial Park. Burlington trying to take game 1 of this 3-game set. Right on right the matchup. McDougal takes a long look at second. Turns back, now delivers home. And Fernandez swings through the changeup, and he's down on strikes. So a couple of punch-outs this frame for Maddox McDougal has put us in a 2-out situation. And Zach Jackson, who had an RBI triple, that's been the highlight of his day. That was back in the 3rd inning. Struck out looking a couple of times. That was in the 1st, and his last time up in the 7th. Just trying to squeeze one through and give Burlington a 2-run lead. Plenty of speed over there from Krapinski. First pitch. Jackson takes it's outside. Jackson, the right fielder, launched 2 home runs yesterday in just his second game with the Sock Puppets. Trying to provide another offensive surge here in Game 3 in the Burlington Threads. McDougal pivots off the mound and chases Krapinski back to the bag at second. Wasn't being held on by either middle infielder, so not much of a threat there. 1-0 the count, 2 away, top of the 9th. The pitch out of the stretch, misses outside. 2-0. Sock Puppets 1 for 13 with runners in scoring position today. They've left 8 on base. The 1-0. This is inside. Check that. That was to make it 3-0. Two outs. First base open. And they're going to intentionally walk Zach Jackson in a 3-0 count. So they're not worried about any more runs being put on the board. They just want to get to Avery Smith. Smith had an RBI single in the 3rd, but that's been the only bright spot in his day offensively, but he's been great as the catcher for Burlington today. 2 outs, top of the 9th. 2 on, out of the windup. Swing and a miss. Oh and 1 the count. Smith struck out swinging his last time up. Burlington holding that 1-run lead. The pitch misses away. A ball and a strike. Krapinski on second, he singled. Jackson on first, he was intentionally walked. Called strike on the outer 3rd. Sock Puppets trying to avoid stranding a pair. A 1-out single from Krapinski took second on an error. And the 1-1. Smith looks at it and it's called strike. That was strike 3. So Avery Smith goes down looking and Burlington strands a couple. 1 hit, no runs. 1 error in the field and 2 runners left on. To the bottom of the 9th, we'll let you know if it's Bromley Thornton or Mackay Griffin on the other side. This is the home of Sock Puppets baseball.
fans, here we go. Make some noise. Lead it off. We're bottom of the ninth.
Do or die time for the Danville Otterbots, who enter the bottom of the ninth with a 4-3 deficit, and Bromley Thornton returns to the mound, trying to shut the door and give the Sock Puppets their 4th consecutive win. It's 8-9-1 due up, starting with the switch hitting second baseman, Jackson Goldberg. He steps in the right side, facing the two-way from UNC Wilmington. Thornton shakes off one pitch, then nods into the lights, deals a first pitch, misses downstairs. Burlington's offense has become extremely stagnant as of late. Today, 1 of 14 with runners in scoring position. That could be the difference, but still holding that 1-run lead. The 1-0. Hit on the ground on a couple of hops. Poyeto charges from the shortstop position. Gloves, throws on to first. It's in time to retire Goldberg. Leadoff man retired, and now the number 9 hitting designated hitter, Xander Zumwalt, who is 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts. That is the start that Bromley Thornton certainly needed in his first inning of work. He opened things with a walk and then hit Mason Pongborn. First pitch to Zumwalt is foul tipped into the glove of Smith, and it's strike 1. Nothing in 1 with the bases clear. Breaking ball at the knees, called strike. Zumwalt threw 2 pitches behind nothing in 2. Thornton winds and fires. Swing and a miss. Sent Zumwalt down to a knee. And a pitch that was downstairs, but the DH has been punched out for the 3rd time tonight, and now Otterbots just down to their final out. But the silver lining, it's the leadoff man, Christian Hamilton, who entered tonight hitting .304, but he's 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Out of the windup, Thornton, the first pitch. This is outside. Defense playing him straight up, right on left the matchup. Thornton turns, deals. Called strike right down the middle. Hamilton wanted to see one, the freshman from Georgetown. Thornton in his second inning, trying to pick up the save. Just misses. Tried to locate that outside corner. Doesn't get the call. 2 balls, 1 strike with the bases clear, bottom of the 9th. Burlington with a 4-3 lead. The windup and pitch. Curveball misses low. Hitter's advantage to Hamilton with a 3-1 count. Tying run at the plate. Thornton shakes off one, shakes off another, now nods, turns, fires. Hit on the ground, right side. Vela charges, gloves, goes to first, and Carruthers can't dig it out of the dirt. So a miscue in the field defensively for Burlington. It was a chance for the Sock Puppets to finish it. Now Mason Pangborn can keep the line moving. So 2 outs, runner on first. That tying run is aboard. Defense trying to reset. Put that play in the rear view. Bottom of the 9th, 4-3. Sock Puppets lead. Right on left the matchup. Pangborn is hitless today. From the stretch, Thornton deals a first pitch strike. Paints the outer third. 0-1. Pangborn 0 for 2. A walk, a strikeout, and was hit by a pitch his last time up. He came around to score. The 0-1 from Thornton. Breaking ball, called strike. And through 2 pitches, count is 0-2. Thornton trying to strand the runner on first. Here's the 0-2 in the bottom of the 9th. Misses outside. Thornton knew he had a couple of pitches to play with. And Smith was set up on the outside the entire way. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 away. Hamilton on first via the error. Here's the 1-2. Runner on the move. Swing and a miss. A drop third. Smith applies the tag. Thornton shuts the door. And in game 1 in Danville, Burlington survives a late surge from Danville to pick up its 4th victory in a row. What a finish for the Sock Puppets. Things started to tighten up down the stretch. Otterbots threatened, tallying 2 in the bottom of the 8th, but Thornton works around it and picks up a huge win. 4 in a row for Burlington. I'll give you the game recap. Sock Puppets tally 4 on 5 hits, 1 error in the field. Danville 3 runs, 6 hits, and 4 errors in the field. Connor Osher collects the win for Burlington. Bromley Thornton the save, and the one with the loss in that decision is Matt Spada. This has been a presentation of Burlington Sock Puppets Baseball. We thank you for joining us on this Friday night. Burlington takes game 1 of the 3-game set, 4-3.